The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Sicilian Corner, winner of the Italian Heritage Media Award, with your hosts, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo.
Good morning, my friend Mikey boy. You look good today. You look rested.
How are you, my brother?
Everything is good. Welcome, everybody, to the Sicilian Corner.
Yeah.
Tom Zappola, my big brother, Mikey Lamazzo, and we are coming from the Podcast Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. Again, you can listen to us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, Podbean, iHeartRadio, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. You can get us pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. But we have a good show today. We have, today we're kind of mixing it up a little bit. First segment, Mike.
Yep.
A lot of people are concerned about finances, and all kidding aside.
As am I.
As you are, but you're really, you've been in this business, you've been in the financial world for 40 years, you really know your stuff. So I'm going to ask you some questions on behalf of our listeners and viewers that maybe you can help some of us out. And I'm serious about that.
Nope, no problem whatsoever.
Father Mikey is going to join us.
I didn't think he was coming in
He's
today.
coming in today. Father Mikey.
When's that? I didn't see his
He's going to come in the second segment. I contacted his assistant, Twinkie. And
somebody new?
No, his sister Good and Plenty and him have a little assistant now. He's a short person.
They have like a trio going?
Oh, no, he's just a short guy. What do they call short people? Short people.
Be careful.
Vertically challenged?
What do they call short people now?
Short people.
They don't call midgets?
What? Define midget.
I don't know.
That's why you go with short people. Always
All right.
keep it safe.
Why
keep
did
it
you
PC.
even say that?
Because it's still in the dictionary. All right, and then in the third segment, we've had some people ask, you know, I'm a vodka drinker, and kind of a vodka connoisseur. I've written blogs and stuff. Yeah. So we're going to talk about some of my favorite vodkas and some of the great vodkas that are on the market. The way I make a martini. We're going to talk about that. And the whole key here is obviously when you're drinking, you got to just everything in moderation. That's key. Everything in moderation.
That's the key.
I love how it's all about branding these days. The lush over here. No, I'm a vodka. Like, what do you...
Well, I mean, you know what I do? I wrote a blog. I wrote a blog for almost a year on vodka that people would ask. I would analyze different vodkas and talk about how they're made, where they came from. Yeah, pretty cool.
And plus the price structure.
All right.
And the price structure, yeah.
I didn't have the full resume. Now I do. All right. There you go.
And it was pretty good, right?
I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, where can I find that if I want to?
You can go on my Facebook page, my old Facebook page, Tom Zappola. It's there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Listen, I got a question for you, though.
Yes, sir.
You had a gig this past week, and some of the preliminary reviews have been outstanding. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It was fantastic. It was here at Sadie's in Salem, New Hampshire.
What night was this?
This was on Saturday night, 7
So the
till
place
10.
was jammed.
It was. We were very fortunate. There was a lot going on that night. It was my first acoustic gig. Like I sing there all the time. I sing in a few different bands, but I'm just trying to make the move sort of a little more, get my own name out there a bit more. So a bunch of friends came and supported me. I don't play and sing. I have trouble. I start singing, I'm fine. I start playing something, all of a sudden the timing goes out the window.
That's very common. That's very common. Very common.
And I'm vocally, I'm a vocalist. That's what I do.
What genre of music do you play?
We did everything that night. So it was all up to me. So I picked the stuff that I like and the stuff I'm comfortable with. So it ranged. The earliest song I sang was written in the 1930s. All the way up until I was doing.
Wow!
I did Britney Spears and
good for you.
And everything in between. I spanned like Maroon 5, and then I was doing. I did some Cat Stevens. I did Billy Joel. Just a little bit of.
You said an acoustic set. Now, by that, do you mean did you have a pianist behind you or a guitar player?
Yes. So when I say a lot of people think acoustic is going to be like nothing plugged in. We were still plugged in. We weren't unplugged, but acoustic guitar plugged into the amp.
Yeah.
I had the piano there with me, so I had a few really talented
No
friends.
percussion?
Nope, I didn't want percussion.
That's
I wanted
smart.
to strip it back as much as
Smart.
we could.
Good.
So that was really good. So I had, just me and one guitarist or me and the piano player, and we went
Perfect.
through. And, like I said, I was telling you earlier before the show that, like, one of the songs that got the biggest applause, I was shocked by it. I choose, with the piano, you got to do some classics, right? So we did Dream a Little Dream of Me. Written in the 1931, this song's
Great
written.
song. Great song.
I love singing it. She loves playing it. We sound really good together. As I'm about to start, in my head, I'm like, what should we kill the vibe of this bar real quick? Because who's thinking at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night, you're hearing Dream a Little Dream of Me at like your local sports bar.
But they took to it.
And they
oh
loved
my
it.
goodness, the applause. They were so supportive.
That was originally recorded. The hit was Everly Brothers, right?
No, I think it was Betty.
Yeah, but didn't the Everly Brothers?
Do a cover? Yeah.
Yeah, they did
many,
a cover
many
of that.
covers,
Yeah, they did a cover of that, and it was a big hit.
Boy, they could harmonize.
Chrissy, when's your next gig? Because we want our viewers and listeners. Do you have anything coming up?
I will let you know. Well, I haven't booked it yet because I've got to get in contact with all the other musicians again.
Good.
But as soon as we were done, they came up and they went, "Can you grab the booking book and put yourself in for some more dates?"
Good.
And I went, "Absolutely."
Good, fantastic.
Quick side note, I don't want to take up all the time. There was a very funny story. I thought you two would appreciate this. So I don't know. People looked at my Facebook. It's my stage name. It was given to me, and I'm running with it. Is Chrissy Boom Boom.
Saw that.
I have a Facebook page, Chrissy Boom Boom. So if you want to see my music or listen to anything, go on there. So I put on the marquee, Saturday, Chrissy Boom Boom Live, right? Looks great. It's on my Facebook. You can see it. I go in to set up on Saturday. The manager comes in. She says, "Chrissy, those that don't know you," she goes, "They say, are you having a stripper here on Saturday night? Because Chrissy Boom Boom Live."
Oh, God.
She said, "Everyone thinks there's going to be a stripper here tonight." So I just said, "Well, you're welcome for the extra business, I guess." So
That's classic.
yeah. So the only thing we were stripping back was the music.
Keep us posted. And next week,
will.
there's a rumor circulating, Mikey, that we have some video coming of Chrissy's performances past Saturday night. So we're going to post it next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
editing.
I won't be with you next week, but I want to see that video, absolutely.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're on travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be up in Camden, Maine for quite a
All
while.
right, listen, there's
This is serious stuff.
Yeah, Mike, listen, there's a lot of people in this country, most of us, are concerned about the direction that the economy is going in.
And the leadership.
And most of all, every day, and you and I were just talking before the show went on, I don't even look at my 401ks anymore. Ellen has one. I have one from our past days. We do have investments, but I don't even look at them anymore. And, I've been blessed. I'm going to be 70 years old, so I had quite, I built up 45 years of 401ks, as did Ellen. Point being, though, Mikey.
And you're still building it up.
Yeah. Well,
because you're greedy.
No, Mike.
No,
it's going
you're
backwards, Mike. It's going backwards. I've lost $40,000 in the last 4 months.
But if you didn't have so much in it, you wouldn't have lost $40,000. So I don't feel bad for you.
Oh, that's really good. That's smart, rational. No, that's intelligent. We're trying to be serious here, and you're making stupid comments.
That's not stupid.
Okay, I've lost
common sense.
I've lost $40,000 in the last.
No matter whether
4 or
it's
5 months.
10,000, 40,000.
So
the market's going through a tough period right now.
So you've been telling me it's going to come back.
Absolutely.
When's it going to come back?
It's quickly. Let me say this to you. Let's go back 6 days, okay? We were banging real close to 31,000 on the market. The last 5 or 6 days, we had 3 days in a row where we lost over 500 points.
Correct.
It came down like a straight arrow. It's overdone. It's program selling, okay? Not you, not me, not Chrissy, not David, selling 20 shares of stock. It's program selling. What
does that mean?
Analyticals tell these fund managers at a certain level, we got to sell. We got to sell a percentage of our portfolio. So everything is pre-programmed. It has no emotion. It has no nothing. And that's what hurts the market to a certain degree. But when it's the other way around, it can work just as fast going back up. The problem I'm having this year is you're going to be 70. Next year, you'll be 70 and a half. You don't have to take anything next year. But the following year.
No, you don't. They moved it to 73 now.
Is it 73?
73.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I started collecting, and I had to because it was mandatory.
It was 70, right?
70.5.
Yeah, now it's 73 and 2/3 or something.
It would be absolutely cruel by the administration and the people in charge if they don't get rid of that distribution. They're forcing you to take so much money. And you get a statement on December 31st of every year. It works on percentage basis. So whatever the market is at that period, and we were really high in December 31st. We were close to the high end. You have to withdraw a certain percentage of that. And it's substantial.
Yeah, but
this year, we're down. I mean, you look at the S&P 500, it's in bear territory, so it's off 20%.
Yeah.
The Dow is real close. Okay.
To hit this year, to becoming a bear market.
Real close to becoming a bear market. This year, Tom, I think people in charge, the administration, should give us a pass, just like they did with COVID. You had an opportunity during the COVID years.
Yep.
You didn't have to take your withdrawal. Well, things are a lot worse right now on the market. They should pass it.
Do you think that'll happen?
I'm hoping. Because if you're off 20%, and then you got to draw.
Stop taking money out.
It's 77. You got to take, the percentage.
What is the percentage, Mike?
It goes by your age, and it's a sliding scale.
Okay.
I have it, Tommy. I'd be more than happy to send you a copy of it. From the top of my head, I can't tell you. I don't remember all the percentages. But I think this year, for the sake of people out there that at our age, I'm 7.
Yeah, and then I want to talk younger people. I want to talk David. I want to talk Chrissy,
It's tough. If you're looking for the biggest reason, it's oil.
Let's talk about that, Michael, because you're making a good point, and this really frosts my ass. And I'm going to tell you why, in my opinion. And I don't know, believe me, I don't have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this, but I know what I read. Number one, break it down to brass tacks. Why is the cost of gasoline at over $5 a gallon? I buy my oil from my oil for my house. I buy from Freddie Hilton. Freddie Hilton buys it from somebody. That somebody buys it from somebody. Point being, who's the one that's somebody that's being greedy somewhere along that line. Who is it?
There's more than just one reason. This Russia, Ukraine, that's causing an awful lot of tension. Now, you got the European countries. They're not going to be buying Russian oil anymore.
I understand that.
What's happened since COVID, when we had COVID, oil coming out of the ground, a lot of these refineries said, people are staying home, people are working, they're not traveling. Believe it or not, oil consumption dropped 8%.
I believe that.
A lot of the small refineries had a cap.
Okay.
They had a cap because it wasn't worth for them to drill.
Okay.
So
they're making it up now?
So now what's happened globally, not just the United States, globally, there's a shortage of oil that we've never been able to get back to where we were prior.
Why? Because they didn't uncap?
A lot of places don't have the help. People change jobs. There's a plethora of reasons. The biggest thing is this Ukraine-Russia situation.
Okay.
I think what's going to happen here, if you said to me, Mike, where do you think prices are going to be? In the fourth quarter, fourth quarter or first quarter of next year, we're going to reach $135 a barrel. And that's going to be the high. 135.
So I'm going to throw this out at you. I'm going to ask you this question. This is looking at combining that with the political climate. All indications now are that the Republicans in November are going to take the Senate and the House.
It looks that way.
Looks that way. If that were to happen, do you predict, or what is your opinion as to what's going to happen to the oil market? And I'm going to, case in point, will the Republicans open up our reserve, for instance?
Well, we're already tapping into it.
But not to where we should be, though, right?
Well, you got to be careful with that, too. But we are taking a percentage of oil and putting it on the market. Has it helped any? A few cents, maybe.
Okay, that's it.
The state taxes, in my opinion, I think they should waive them right now and give people a little bit of a break. But the other thing I want to say is, if you're driving on 93, and Sunday I was, people are doing 80 miles an hour.
I know.
I mean, they take off like a bullet.
I know.
There's no, you know what I mean?
But you know what I read? I read that people, and I don't know if you guys have read this. I read that people are driving, but they're not driving as far. They're staying in their areas.
You know something? I'm glad you brought that up. My next door neighbor, Danny.
Yep.
The family has had a piece of property in Vermont for over 200 years. His dad Jerry, God bless his soul, put a little trailer up in the highest peak. So Danny likes to go. He's a hunter. He's a fisherman. He likes to be out in the woods. You need a 4-wheel drive to get to it. If you don't have bad kidneys, you will once you do get there. But he says, I'm going to be up to Vermont for a couple of days. Can you do me a favor? Watch the pool.
Right.
Make sure everything's good with the pool. Sure. He went to fill up, and his father's got a GMC truck, you know.
So, what did that cost him?
$117, and he had a quarter of a tank. So for him to go up to this place and come back, he would have had to fill up again. So that would have been $334. He says, the hell with this. He pulls back. I see the truck in the...
Didn't go.
He says, I'm staying home.
Well, I just heard yesterday that the average consumer for this year, this summer, is going to spend $400 per month more
extra
on gas. $400 a month more. So my point, here's my point. Let's get back to my original political question. If the Republicans take the House and Senate, are things going to change?
No.
Really?
No. Believe it or not, the United States produces enough oil to be completely sufficient. We don't have to bring in 1 gallon of imported oil. But do we? Yes, we do. We import oil and we export oil.
Correct. I know that.
It
doesn't make sense.
It does to a certain degree.
Well, you want to...
because we were bringing in so much oil from, say, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and all of that. They have a high sulfur content in their oil. So the refineries that we have in the Gulf are geared to that type of oil. So they have to refine it differently. The oil in the United States is called sweet oil. It's the most precious of all the oil because the refining process is minimal.
Really?
But we don't have enough refineries right now. They're in the process of trying to switch over. And that's the problem. And back in during the, 2020, we produced 18.4 million barrels of oil a day. 18.4 million barrels a day. We used 18.2 million gallons of oil per day. The only smart one in this whole room is our friend and our producer, David.
Bought an electric car. And by the way, I want to talk to you about that because, Ellen, we lease her car. And I want to get some information from you because we decided that we're going to go electric.
Take a look at any car is hard to find at this point. Another thing about oil that people get confused about is they think it's a national program. It's a private business, right? So they're exporting because they're probably getting more money. I mean, it's all about...
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what... And I just want to say, right now, I know we're going to run, but we have the... oil companies are making so much money, they're declaring extra stock dividends.
Mm-hmm. See, but that's the stuff that frosts my butt.
I know, but it's the market. It's everywhere. It's not just Exxon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Mobil.
Everywhere. It's not Occidental Petroleum. It's the world.
Right.
Now you look at China. 1.5 billion people live in China. Now it's becoming industrialized. Things are growing.
Yep.
Things are growing. They're sucking up more oil. You can't even believe the way the consumption is. And 65% of all electricity, believe it or not, is produced by coal. By coal. That's why 10% of all the poisonous gases in the world come from China.
All right, question. Last question because we're up against the clock. So inflation. What is causing inflation?
Good question. And let me answer it for you real quickly. If I was on the Federal Reserve Board and they're going to meet this week and they're in the process of doing something, raise it 100 basis points. Now.
Raise the rate.
Raise the rate. 100. Forget this BS stuff about 25, 50.
So do it.
Do it and get it out of the way. They're going to have to go up 100 basis points. The next time they meet, they go up 50 basis points. You know what's going to happen, Tommy? Inflation. Really? Inflation. The side note to that is because it's going to cost more money, you have to borrow at a higher rate.
Yeah.
I would not be a large holder of NASDAQ stocks because those are companies that are just starting, most of them. They need to borrow capital. They need to borrow money. I'd be very, very careful. The energy sector right now, that's the way to go.
I know, you told me that. All right, one last question, a last question, Mikey. So in your opinion,
you said that. This is the
I know
third
that.
time.
All right, we're going to take a break, but in Europe, just throw out the number. When is this all going to go away? When is my 401k? When is David's 401k, Chrissy's? When is everything going to get back to at least where it was?
It all depends on what the market does in this free fall right now.
Okay.
It's going to look for a point to stabilize at 30,000. Between 30,000 30,500.
Yeah.
That's going to be the area that it's going to trade in. So this is where charts really come in handy. I think if we can keep above 30,000, we'll be in good shape. And we'll start having a rise back up. I like the idea if the Federal Reserve raise it.
Do it now.
Do it. Make it painless. None of this.
A little at a time.
Yeah, it's us.
All right. Good. Mikey, seriously, good job. Very informative. We love it. Hold on, what? Yeah. Father Mikey had a question, but he's not.
I know what the question is. Father Mikey, exchange-traded funds.
Okay, you heard him. All right, I got to go. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Father Mikey is outside. He's going to be joining us. Hang in there. We will be right back.
Ciao, this is Esther of You, Me, and Sicily. I want to talk to you about Tommy Amin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boy to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best in quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. Produce? All of their produce is hand-selected to complement any meal or even to make it your main course. Their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget the Butcher Boy Bakery, featuring sweet delectables from all over the state, as well as their very own bakery. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is, of course, the steak. Located at 1077 Osgood Street in North Andover, Massachusetts, in the Butcher Boy Plaza. Ciao!
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimack Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimack Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries, serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State Inspection Station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay. We all know what this music.
Wait for it.
I can't help myself.
I need production.
Now you can go. Yeah.
You need production, all right. It is time. It was that time.
You know what? Thomas.
Can I introduce you?
It's great to be. It's a pleasure to be. Yeah, go ahead.
He loves to hear.
We have a drum roll.
He loves to hear his name, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor,
well it should be,
and my pleasure to introduce Father Mikey. Father Mikey has been gracious enough to grace us with his presence over the last several weeks, and will continue to do so throughout the summer, maybe every other week or so. Sister Good and Plenty has not been able to come with you, but that's okay. Father, just a quick question before we get to our Ask Father Mikey question.
And I have a comment I'd like to make.
Okay. Mike Lamazzo was in here earlier talking about the economy.
That's what I was just going to talk about.
So where's all the money? All the money that's in Rome. Where's that going? Where's it coming from?
Where's it going?
Yeah. just a quick point of reference.
You're referring to the Vatican Treasury, or
I am.
You are.
Who gets first? Do you get first count on that money?
The Catholic Church is indeed very, very wealthy. We know that. But parishioners that go to church, like, say, last Sunday, compared to, say, even 10 years ago.
Not putting as much in the till.
Has dropped considerably.
So what's going on with the dough?
And for a million reasons.
Just speed it up here. What's going on with the money? Where's it going?
It's going to help countries that really are on the cusp
of failing.
We're trying to spread Catholicism
throughout
the world.
I went off. Just one last question, though. Why do you drive a Cadillac?
I actually I changed it. I changed the Caddy. The Caddy had 223,000 miles.
So what do you got on it now? What do you got now?
I got something, I don't know if you ever heard of it before. It's called a Genesis G80.
And what does that retail for?
It's up there.
56,000, I heard.
How much?
56?
64.
All right. All right, so here's our question of the week.
But we have people that subsidize it.
I'm sure you do. All right. Everybody knows, we've asked people to write in or call in or message
I'm liking
us.
this. I like being with you, too.
Yeah,
I like to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can we get on with the question, Father Mikey?
Go ahead.
All right. So this was sent to, by the way, this was sent from a person in the Virgin Islands.
Oh. You know where?
Pretty cool. I think the name of the town is Untouched. Okay. Anyway.
Can we speed this up?
Dear Father Mikey,
I do have other things.
I'm getting ready to undergo my first ever prostate exam. To be honest, I'm a bit nervous. What should I expect? Also, what's the dress code for something like this? I'm thinking about wearing nice slacks and a collared shirt. The doctor has been patient and kind. He hasn't put any pressure on me. I want this to be special. I'm thinking about bringing a bottle of wine. After all, it's only the first time once. Advice? Untouched from the Virgin Islands.
The doctor's not putting any pressure on him?
Evidently not. I'm just reading what was sent to me.
Well,
do I need to repeat it?
He's going to definitely. No, it's too long. Like I said, I got things to do, places to go, and people to meet. As a matter of fact, I'd even shut the car off, But you know something? The pressure will be on him, for sure. And if you get a doctor that asks you questions while he's doing your prostate exam, that really, that gets his point across. But you know something? Nothing to fear. Take care of your body. Your body will
Have you ever
take
had
care of
a
you.
prostate exam?
Oh, yeah. It's part of my physical.
I did once, and after that, we had a cigarette together.
So Untouched, I believe, also asked what exactly he can expect from this.
Right.
He's not experienced.
You know
this
something?
before.
It depends on the doctor you have. Personally, I like to have a female doctor.
Okay.
One that's well endowed.
Okay.
Because it takes my mind off of things.
All right. But Father,
so to me,
should you
there's
really
nothing
be
to worry about.
Should you really be having thoughts like that?
Well, I'm semi-retired. I can do it now. I can do it now. But
right.
this is a lot of people have reservations about going for a physical, mammograms, whatever. Take care of your body. This is a must.
So the prostate,
colon cancer and everything else, if you find it early enough, you can take care of it. But be proactive. You're going to be just fine. And you know something? If you have a favorite song, and this is what I usually do, when I'm having my prostate done, I whistle. I whistle my favorite song. And that's about it.
All right. Father, I can't thank you enough. And Untouched from the Virgin Islands.
Thank you.
I hope he was able to answer your question. And
I hope she's in St. John's. St. John's is a wonderful, wonderful island.
Okay.
I love it there.
All right. Thank you, Father.
My pleasure, Thomas.
Okay. I need the good Lord to bless me. I really need the good Lord to bless me. Hey, I want to talk about, I don't know where Mikey is. I think he's in the men's room getting a prostate exam. I want to talk about our friends at Butcher Boy. Our good friend Tommy Yamin and the great staff at Butcher Boy Market. Families, foodies, and home chefs come together at Butcher Boys to talk good food and create traditions. They offer the best quality cuts of beef, pork, lamb, poultry, and restaurant-style steaks and chops. I've had the sausage there. I've had the steaks there. Absolutely spectacular. Produce, all of our produce is hand-selected to complement any meal. And their deli serves fresh roast beef, turkey, and beautiful imported Italian cold cuts, cheeses, and antipasto. And don't forget, the Butcher Boy Bakery featuring sweet delectables from all over the state as well as from their own bakery, Mikey. That's Butcher Boy, where the secret to a great steak is the steak. 1077 Osgood Street, North Andover, Mass. The Butcher Boy Plaza. Great place.
Absolutely. And Tommy Amin, he was down in Florida for the winter months. Yep. He just got back, and I'm hoping that we can get Tommy to come on the show with us and give us firsthand, because everybody has heard of the Butcher Boy.
Absolutely.
And, the history, the family. I love it when tradition, it passes down generation to generation to generation.
I got to ask you the question, though, Mikey. The Butcher Boy Steakhouse. That was a great steakhouse. Why didn't they continue that? I mean, they had a great reputation.
I'm not privy to that information, but they did open one up in Nashua.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Something, as you start getting older and, you want to take on less responsibility instead of more. But that Butcher Boy Steakhouse was unbelievable.
Oh, it was really good. I mean, are you kidding? Hey, you missed Father Mikey.
Again.
You and him have like a problem? I mean, you guys, you seem to be missing each other all the time.
And I think it's I do owe him a couple of bucks. So that might have something to do with it.
He is, I tell you what, man, the guy is inspirational to me. He really is. He has had such an impact on my life. I just love the guy.
Well, you know something, he's very truthful, he's very honest, and
excuse me?
He's very honest.
Is he? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he tries to do it. He's been all over the world.
I know he has. It's just amazing.
But anyway, I'm glad. And did he help out the person?
He did.
Okay.
He did. Yeah, he gave some good advice to the request that came in was from the Virgin Islands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Anybody has a question, you want to send it in to us, we'd be more than happy to read it on the air.
Absolutely.
Just go to our Facebook page, and we'll be more than happy to pass it on to Father Mikey.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, my 70th is coming up, and I got wind.
When is the date?
Oh, I'm not going to say when the date is, but I got wind.
Yeah, you told us last week you're going to have a lobster cookout.
Well, I'm not having it. They're having it. They're having a lobster bake at my house.
70 years. Did you ever think that you would make 70 years? When you were at Holy Rosary Grammar School, and you said 70, what'd you think? Like it was like the end of the world.
I couldn't think about it, but you know something. I really, I do have some RA, but I do what I'm supposed to do. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
What is that anyway?
No, just kidding. Just kidding. Bless Me, Sister.
Oh, that's a book of Bless Me, Sister. We just mentioned the Holy Rosary Church.
Absolutely.
How does that happen?
Just an amazing thing. But anyway, I feel
called
good.
a segue.
Thank you.
Segue.
I feel good. 70. Listen, I honestly do believe that. Think about this, you guys. Your grandparents. 70 when I was a little kid seemed really old, and a lot of people were really old at 70 years old back then, right? It really is the new 60. 80 is the new 70. People are living longer. People are they're taking better care of themselves.
Except me.
No, you take good care. Listen, you work your ass off. Are you kidding? Between what you do around your yard.
I'm busy.
I
enjoy life. You know something? I get up every morning.
I agree.
I usually have a smile, and no matter what, you got RA, I got a.
But
I
you know
broke
something.
My back. Anyway, long story short, some days are good, some days are bad.
But you know what the thing is that's real key, and we're going to take a break. Staying mentally alert and really keeping your mind active. I think that's the key to a lot of stuff.
I tend to agree with you 100%.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're going to talk vodka. People have asked the questions. I'll give my opinion, my humble opinion, on some of the great vodkas.
And David worked at the state liquor store here in New
David
Hampshire.
can shed some light on this too. So hang in there. We're going to be right back.
All right.
This is David from the Sicilian Corner. Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music Hall. Lucky for us, Atlantic Hospitality is the host of all these great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at northshorepavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappala. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill, the Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How do I know? Because I'm a client of Dan Deborah Care. If you want to have peace of mind knowing that your loved ones are protected, call Deborah Care Law Offices today. In Massachusetts, 978-686-4645. In New Hampshire, 603-894-4141.
At Catadella Funeral Home, we reinvest in our business to provide your family with the best facilities. It begins with a beautifully landscaped exterior, parking for 250 vehicles, and a comfortable and inviting access to our renovated interior. Funerals can be costly, so you should review and compare plans to make sure you receive services that are fairly priced. I invite you to experience the Catadella difference in cost, facility, and service.
Catadella's honoring and celebrating the lives of the people we loved, providing exceptional care since 1929.
This is Cindy,
And Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts.
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
By the way, Pam called me yesterday, Pam Donnarumma,
Yep.
asking, she couldn't remember the name of the restaurant because there's 6 of them going there this Saturday.
Oh, they're going to Grazie?
Yeah, she really liked it.
She really did.
She enjoyed it. So
That Louis can eat, can he?
Ooh, he can put it down, man.
It makes me look like a piper.
He could put it down.
Wow.
All right, so, I was asked, a couple of people have asked, hey, why don't you start the vodka blog again and all that? And quite frankly, I just don't have the time because it takes some work because, I used to choose a vodka, and then I'd research the vodka, research the company, how the vodka was made, give my opinion as to the taste, the flavor, the cost, all of that. But
let me just ask you before you start your presentation, because I don't like
presentation.
Yeah.
No, this isn't a presentation. This is just shooting the breeze with my pal.
It's a
What do you think
It's
this
a
is
presentation.
Do I have a what do they call those things?
A green screen.
Thank you.
You don't have the green screen going?
No green screen.
Is Russian vodka superior to others?
In my opinion?
Yeah. Who do you think I'm asking this question to?
No. There is a Russian vodka that's called Gold Standard. That is a very good vodka. However, it is there are vodkas that I think are much better.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Gold Standard.
I thought Russia kind of.
That's because
it was like.
That's because of
it set the standard.
That's like saying the best hamburger or the best hot dog in the world comes from the United States because that's where it was really people started drinking it anyway or eating it. So I'm not rating these. I'm not going to say this is my favorite. This is all right, but there's a couple that I highly recommend. Obviously, the first everybody drinks it. Tito's. Tito's is it's a good vodka. It's not the top of the shelf. It's not top shelf, but it's a very good quality vodka. And by the way, I think it is now the best-selling vodka in the United States.
Is that right,
David? Now, David's going to chime in because, David, you were with the state liquor store. Was that your best seller of vodkas? Do you remember?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
And they always had the number one display, too. When you walked in any liquor store, they were the first.
It's still like that.
First big old pile.
Yeah.
And they pay for that, but they absolutely the number
It's
one.
a good quality
It's amazing
vodka.
how shelf space is so important, whether it be in supermarkets, liquor stores.
You know.
Absolutely.
When I first started in the industry, it was basically cash only.
Yeah. No, I know.
I mean, holy cow. You want it eye level? Sure. No problem.
Pay for it.
Ching ching.
Right.
I mean,
so anyways, Tito's is a very good quality vodka. We have it in our house all the time. I always have one or two other vodkas, but Tito is kind of, there's a couple of them. My favorite vodka, hands down. David, I think you guys used to sell it. You still do. It's not a very popular vodka, but it is outstanding. And a couple of bartenders recommended it to me years ago, and it is still, in my opinion, one of my top three. It's called Ryka, R-E-Y-K-A.
You
vodka.
said that years ago to me.
Great vodka. David, did you guys?
We did carry that. It didn't sell super duper well, and I wonder if it's
no advertising.
Well, it could be price point, and it could be.
It's not cheap,
Yeah,
but
it's not.
It's about a 1.75 is about $3 or $4 more than Tito's.
Right.
It's about $38.
Oh, so it's up
But
there.
it's a potato vodka made in Iceland.
Okay.
And I think it's just smooth as silk. It's a great vodka. That's the type of vodka that you don't want to use a mixer for.
Is the processing, whether it be Russian, Iceland, it's all the same, David?
It depends on how many times it's distilled.
That's what my point is.
Yeah, some are distilled. I mean, like your cheaper vodkas, David, like whatever, Smirnoff or whatever.
Yeah.
So some of those are only distilled.
You know what I like
times,
Smirnoff
three
for?
times.
Because I keep a bottle of it in the car.
Mix.
No.
Oh, your gas.
No. When we get an ice storm, or if I park overnight and the windows are all iced up,
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Instantaneously. I don't have to
That's
wait
a good
no
thing
time.
to use it for.
Get in the car.
Then your car's drunk. So,
Can I tell you a quick story about that?
Sure.
All right. We're at Westgate. We're going to be opening up the Seabrook store. This is 1971. I had this fella that worked for me. He had a tendency sometimes to drink a little too much.
Yeah.
He was one of my meat cutters. And he lived in Haverhill. We all, Christmas Eve, customers would come in, give you bottles to the manager and all that. So I opened up a couple of bottles for the guys. Well, I wasn't watching him. He drank way too much. So I said to the guy next to him, I says, look, you guys live relatively close. Take him a ride home. So we happened to nose our cars in this way. I was face-to-face with him. Well, we got out, and ice had formed on my windows, and it was a bottle of Four Roses, okay? And I'm not a drinker. Four Roses, I think, is the bottom end. So I got out, and instead of waiting, I'm pouring it all over the windows.
Would you start licking it?
He jumped out of his car. It's a wonder his tongue didn't freeze to my window. I swear, this is the honest to God.
Started licking the frickin'... Jesus. That's an alcoholic. Wow.
What a hoot.
All right, so Tito's, Ryka, highly recommend both of them. Another good vodka that everybody knows that I think is a very good vodka is Kettle One. Okay. Kettle One is a nice, smooth vodka. I put Kettle One in the same category as Tito's.
Okay.
It's just
and the price target's about the same?
Price target's about the same. Again, Tito's, Ryka, and Kettle One. And I'm going to throw Grey Goose and Chopin in there.
See, I like Grey Goose.
I wouldn't
because
No, but what I was going to say is they're all good. They're all good quality vodkas. I would not recommend.
Plus, I like to say it. What would you like to have, sir?
Blue Goose.
I would like to have a Grey Goose Martini, extra dry, rocks on the side with 3 stuffed olives. I love saying that. I wake up sometimes at night and I'm saying it.
The Grey Goose, I would not recommend as with a mixer. Those better vodkas, the Grey Goose, the Rykas, the Tito's.
Just pour.
You want to have you want to enjoy the vodka itself in a martini. Chopin, I put in that same category. Did you sell much of the Chopin? It's a little more pricey.
It's more pricey, and they had those gigantic it was an awkward bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Tall bottle.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't grab.
Can I tell you something?
Awkward
This
bottles.
is
Where
the
do you
truth.
store it?
That's exactly. I don't. In our pub.
In my bar, I can't.
I don't either. That's why I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
gigantic. It comes in a 6-pack.
Totally agree with you.
The whole thing is awkward. Yeah, I found that people didn't buy those weird-looking bottles. We had a Tommy gun vodka that was ridiculous. It was literally a glass Tommy gun.
Yeah, that's more marketing, I think. That's the problem.
I'm sure it was
You need a gimmick.
Yeah.
You need a gimmick, and that's what they go to.
Now, Stoli, let's talk about Stoli vodka.
Sure.
First of all, Stoli is not and they really get screwed when this whole Ukraine thing started, because Stoli is not a Russian vodka. Stoli is a Latvian.
Oh, I thought it was.
It's from Latvia. As a matter of fact, the Stoli company changed the name from Stolish, whatever how you pronounce it, to Stoli now. It's called Stoli, because they are big supporters of the Ukraine. What's going on there, supporting the Ukraine people. But Stoli is a good vodka. It's I put that in the same category as the other vodkas that I've been talking about. It's a good martini vodka. Try not to. I mean, you can have a Stoli's and tonic. I guess it's a maybe a half of a level down from those, and you can have it with a mixer. There are some great vodkas that are good with mixes. Okay. And there's one vodka in particular, David. I don't even know if you've ever heard of this vodka, but this is one of our go-to vodkas that you can use with either a mixer or in a martini. It's called Luska Skoa. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, it's Polish.
Polish. It's a Polish potato vodka. The price point is fabulous. For 1.75, it's about $27-28.
We sold a ton of that when it was on sale.
Really?
Regular price, like Tito's people would buy.
Yeah.
When that went on sale, we sold a lot of it.
Is all vodka potato based?
No. Some is wheat.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. There are, it's a very good vodka. It's called Luska Skoa. Kind of a hard name to pronounce. Very, very, very attractive price point. And we've made martinis with it, and they're very enjoyable. For mixes, top of the list, David, for mixes, in my opinion, Absolute.
Oh, okay.
I think Absolute is a great vodka to use with a mixer. As a matter of fact, Absolute now is coming out. They have all kinds of flavors.
I was going
to ask a question next to you. What about flavored vodkas? You don't consume them, but there's tons of them.
The only flavored vodka that we keep in our house is
I like the apple.
See, I don't like any of that stuff. The blueberry. We keep the Absolute Citron.
That's a good one.
That's what we keep in the house. And the reason we do
That's a good mix for anything.
Exactly. And plus, in my martinis, I do not use olives. I actually use a wedge of lemon. So every once in a while, I'll have an Absolute Citron on ice with some lemon squeezed in it, and then maybe just a tad of tonic water, something like that. It's a good, refreshing drink. Lemon. I don't like the blueberry. I don't like the strawberry. They have all this other stuff.
Yeah, they have a bunch of different flavors. What about the other Austin distillery? Because Tito's is from Austin, right?
Deep Eddies. Deep Eddies, I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't like Deep Eddies. We tried it a couple of times. It's kind of a harsh.
Okay.
There are two vodkas that I put in that category, Deep Eddies and Tower. I don't know if you sold much Tower.
No.
It was someone turned us on to it in Florida. You can buy it up here at the state liquor store. I know you can buy it. It's called Tower Vodka. Little harsh. A little harsh.
David, let me ask you a question.
Yes?
What do you and the bride like to have at home? What's your favorite, like at night?
I prefer, I'm drinking a lot of red wine, mostly during the winter. My wife likes margaritas during the summer.
Frozen?
No, too cold. But she's gotten to the point.
But when you get that brain dead, that's beautiful.
She does not.
That hurts.
Not enjoyable for her. But she's gotten to the point where she's drinking more and more expensive tequila, though. She went from the silver, where you normally make and then she went to gold, and then I mistakenly bought like a third generation 3-year-old, and she's like, "Oh, I like that one." I'm like, "Yeah, I figured you would." But yeah, she's gotten her tastes have gotten.
But you like wine mostly.
I like wine mostly. I'll drink a margarita every now and again, beer during the summer.
Yeah, I'm not a big wine drinker, as you know. Ellen is. Ellen's
I
a big
love
wine
it.
drinker. Couple more vodkas I want to talk about.
Yeah.
There's another one that we just tried that somebody recommended. It's called Blue Ice. Very good vodka. It's another potato vodka. I put it in the same category as Leskaskoa. It's up for for 1.75. It's like $23, but it's a good vodka. Use it with a mixer, and then finally Froggy Bee. We've talked about Froggy Bee in the past.
I love the name.
Froggy Bee is it's made in France, I believe. It's a French vodka. It's very good. You can use it as a mixer. You can use it as a martini. You're a martini drinker. But you like yours straight up. You like.
I like the rocks on the side.
Yeah. One thing, if you're a martini drinker, one thing that I use, and a lot of people, when they say I want a martini, they put no vermouth in the martini, and that's really a vodka on the rocks.
Just wave it over.
Right. That's really
with
a vodka
bottle
on the
and
rocks.
just wave it.
What I have is, and you can buy them at, I think they sell them now at the State Liquor Store at Total Wine. You know what an atomizer is? Yeah. Like a perfume atomizer. Yeah. I have an atomizer, and I fill it up with vermouth, with Martini and Rossi vermouth, and I spray it, 3 sprays on my ice, on the ice. Then I pour my vodka in, shake it up, 31 shakes.
Not 30.
31 shakes.
No, not 30.
31 shakes.
31.
Right? Then, again, I sometimes have it on the rocks, but if you're going to use it through a pour, it gets nice and frosty, and you have those crystals in it, you know?
Wow.
Then you have your rocks on the side, and you can add them as you drink.
I love the atomizers.
Yeah. So that's those are my takes on vodkas.
No, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole key: you don't drink to excess. Martini, 2 martinis. Petrocelli was at my house. He drank a half a bottle of Jack Daniels. I couldn't believe it. We had to carry him. No, he did.
I don't believe that for a nanosecond.
Actually, he didn't.
After the martinis, they got to put him to sleep.
All right, I think that's a wrap, Mikey. Mikey, good job.
Always a pleasure.
Good job on the financial advice. Seriously, you did a great job. I'm sorry you missed Father Mikey. Next time you may catch him. With that being said, we love you guys. Thanks for your support. Remember, if you can't make fun of anyone, if you can't make fun of yourself, don't make fun of anyone. And America is a great Italian word. I got it right. See you guys next week.
Audio Jungle.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.